Right, so welcome back YouTube, Tom Palmer here. I've got Russ here, who's going to be my official dropper of the golf ball into the grass, so no one can say the ball's sitting up perfectly. He's deep long grass, he's going to drop it in from wherever he wants, and I'm just going to play my shot from this position. So Russ, if you want to do the honours and drop the ball into the deep long grass, yeah, dropping it from height if you want, you can. Let's have a little look. It's not the greatest, but it's not too bad, to be fair. I can just see the golf ball, so at this point I can actually see it. So I'm going to talk through how I'm going to play this shot and get it out of this deep long grass. So I've had people comment on my last video asking for this video, so I thought why not put it up on the channel. So if you want to actually find out how to do this, make sure you stay tuned for the rest of the video. So in order for me to actually get this ball out of this deep long grass, there's a few things that you need to take into consideration, and that's how we're going to play the shot. This shot here isn't going to be designed to try and hit the ball onto the green. It's a shot that we're going to play in order to get ourselves back out into the fairway and then try and play our shot onto the green. If I was to try and play something low lofted like a 7, a 5 iron, a 3 iron or a wood, it would just be stupid. The ball wouldn't come out of this position. So what I'm going to take is a 60 degree. So I've got my 60 degree here, and there's a couple of things that we need to think about to ensure my ball pops up nice and high out of this big thick long grass and gets back out into play. So the first thing that I want us to think about, so tip number 1, is going to be the ball position. I want the ball position more towards my right foot, and the reason behind that is because I really want to get very steep down on the golf ball and really jab into the ball and try and hold my hands in front of the club head. So if I just show you from this angle, I'm trying to go steep, nice and high, jab into the golf ball, and if you notice that the grip end of the golf club is actually staying well in front of the actual club head of the ball. So I'm going up to the top, straight down into the ball. Notice that the grip end is really far in front of the actual club head, and I'm just going to try and hold that position. So I'm going to go here, jab through and try and hold it. You'll notice as well that I'm gripping the club right the way down, and my right hand is actually on the shaft of the golf club, and that's so important because it gives us way more control when we come to playing the shot. So if I'm down here now, hopefully Russ hasn't stitched me too much. I'm going to go right nice and high, jab down into it and try and hold that face. So again, can I get myself back out into play? Yes, I can. Look at how that ball really popped up nice and high and got myself back out into prime position. Right, because that was quite easy and I managed to get my ball popping up nice and high, this time I'm going to get Russ to drop it and stand on it. Alright, so this is the first Russ has heard of it. So I'm going to get him to drop the ball wherever he wants. He can pick his nice little bit of grass around here, make sure it's nice and long, nice and thick. Oh, alright, yeah, you're happy with that one? What I want him to do then is actually drop the ball and stand on the golf ball. This is going to be really hard because again, I'm in thick long grass and it is sitting right the way down. So let's give it a go then, Russ. Drop it somewhere you want. Oh, so I mean, it's already sitting down horrible.
Stand on it.
Yeah, you can stand on it now, stomp on it. So you'll notice that I can barely see the ball whatsoever. I'll do you a close-up of what I can actually see in a second, so you can see, for example, what it's actually like. So I'll do that shot now for you so you can see.
You're not getting that out.
I'm going to get it out. I've got to get it out. So again, as you can see, the ball is sitting completely down. There's hardly any ball that you can actually see. And in order for me to get that ball out, I'm just going to follow those 3 simple tips again, making sure the ball's right the way back in my stance. I'm gripping it further down and I'm getting very steep on it, holding that club head, trying to get the grip end in front of the actual head of the golf club. So, going to give it a go. Now, this is going to be a lot more testy because I can barely see the golf ball whatsoever. So I'm just having a little look to see where it is. And all I'm going to do is just jab straight down on it again, trying to get this ball back out into the fairway. Notice again how the ball popped up nice and high. Just so you guys back at home know as well, this isn't as easy as it actually looks. Russ is giving it a little bit of a go now, just to try and get the ball popping up and out. Again, he's never tried this technique before. He's never been in deep, long, thick grass like this, but he's going to give it a go and try and get himself out. Right, let's give it a go, mate. See how we can get on. Again, try that ball back, hands forward, gripping it down, try and get that jab. Close, so he nearly got it out of that grass. Very difficult, like I did, to manage to pop it up because we've got to hit the ball in perfectly the right position. It's got to be fractionally behind the golf ball. Because of that thick, long grass, it's almost like you would catch it a little bit heavy if you were playing a normal shot. But it's really jabbing into that ball and trying to hold that position as long as he can. So as he's coming through, he's really trying to make sure that the grip end of the club stays in front of that club head. All right, going to be really tricky. Let's give it another go. It's missed the ball. All right. It is hard. It's not as easy as it looks. Again, let's just put your ball down there in the thick, long grass and give it a go again. There, good, and then jab. Close, close. Nearly got it out. It was so close to getting it. Let's try again. I've got another ball if you want another ball. Right.
It's coming out now.
So give it a little drop.
It's really tough. It looks easier.
Yeah, it does look a lot easier. It is really difficult. You've got to make sure you really get it in the right position. So again, there, jab it, hold it, close. Again, let's go again. All right, let's go again. Really, this is the longest grass that you can possibly find. Usually, it's not going to be as long as this grass. Yes, well done. Came out. So, a little bit of practice, you will start to get the ball out of this spot. Really difficult. Right, go on then. Where do you want it? All right, drop it down here. Right, and again, all I'm looking for, ball back in my stance, gripping it right the way down, nice and high, really jabbing onto it and holding. Let's see here, high, jab, back through. Nice and high, pops it up and back out into play. So, nice simple tip to get yourself back out into the fairway. Hopefully guys, you enjoyed watching the video. If you did, hit that like button, comment on any of my videos and subscribe to the channel for your chance to win a brand new Spider S or Spider X putter.